This is a spiritual conversation between Bijol Krishna Goswami and Sudeep Chandan Roy. One early morning, as the Ganga reflected the golden rays of the rising sun, Bijol Krishna Goswami sat beneath a majestic banyan tree, immersed in deep meditation. His disciple, Sudeep Chandan Roy, arrived and bowed before him, his heart restless with longing. After a moment of silence, Sudeep finally spoke. Guruji, I have heard that singing Kirtans and Bhajans in the name of Sri Radha Rani can elevate our consciousness. But how does this happen? How can simply chanting and singing transform one's inner self? Bijol Krishna Goswami smiled gently and gestured for Sudeep to sit beside him. Picking up a clay pot filled with water, he held it before his disciple. Sudeep, tell me what happens when you stir still water? Sudeep observed the pot and replied, the water moves, creating ripples and waves. The Guru nodded. And if the water is muddy? Sudeep thought for a moment and said, then the dirt rises, making the water unclear. Bijol Krishna Goswami smiled knowingly. Exactly, my child. Your consciousness is like this water still, yet filled with impressions, thoughts and desires accumulated over lifetimes. When you engage in the Kirtan and Bhajans of Sri Radha, you are stirring the water of your soul, awakening the dormant love within. At first, impurities may rise, but as you continue, the water becomes clear and your true, divine nature shines forth. Sudeep's curiosity deepened. But Guruji, why specifically the name of Sri Radha Rani? Wouldn't any devotional song have the same effect? Bijol Krishna Goswami closed his eyes for a moment, then softly chanted. Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda, Radhe Radhe Shyam. The very air seemed to vibrate with devotion. The river, the trees, and the birds all seemed to respond to the sacred melody. The Guru then opened his eyes and spoke. Sudeep, Radha Rani is not just a name, it is the essence of divine love. She is the hladini shakti, the power of pure devotion that resides in the heart of Krishna himself. When you chant her name, you are not just singing, you are invoking the highest form of bhakti, which has the power to dissolve ego, attachment, and ignorance. Sudeep listened with awe. So, Guruji, when we sing in Radha's name, we are directly connecting to the purest love for Krishna. Bijol Krishna Goswami nodded. Yes, my child. Radha's love for Krishna is so deep and selfless that it melts even the hardest of hearts. Through her name, you enter the realm of divine ecstasy, where no worldly sorrow can touch you. Sudeep was deeply moved, but he had one last doubt. Guruji, sometimes I chant and sing, but I do not always feel this transformation. What am I doing wrong? Bijol Krishna Goswami chuckled and pointed at the Ganga flowing before them. Does the river flow only when someone watches it? Sudeep shook his head. No, Guruji. It flows continuously, whether we notice it or not. The Guru's eyes sparkled with wisdom. Exactly. Even if you do not immediately feel the transformation, the vibrations of Radha's name are working within you, just as the river carves its way through the hardest rocks over time. The key is to chant with sincerity, surrender, and without expectation. Then, Bijol Krishna Goswami picked up his kartal, cymbals, and began to sing a bhajan in the name of Sri Radha. The melody was simple yet profound, and as Sudeep joined in, he felt something shift within him, a lightness, a deep inner joy, as if a veil had been lifted from his heart. Before ending the conversation, Bijol Krishna Goswami gave a final instruction. My child, while performing Kirtan is a divine practice, there are mistakes one should avoid to fully experience its transformative power. 1. Chanting without devotion, singing only for the sake of musical enjoyment or performance rather than offering it with true devotion. Let every word be an offering of love to Sri Radha Rani. Sing from the heart, not just the lips. 2. Being distracted during Kirtan, thinking of worldly matters or looking at others while singing, instead of focusing on Radha and Krishna. Close your eyes, visualize Sri Radha Rani, and surrender completely into the divine sound. 3. Seeking attention while singing, singing loudly or with exaggerated expressions to gain praise from others. True bhakti is humble and pure. The goal is to connect with Radha, not impress an audience. 4. Not pronouncing the names properly, chanting too fast, slurring words, or not enunciating Radha and Krishna's names properly. Pronounce each word clearly and meditate on its meaning. The divine name carries its own power. 5. Stopping Kirtan too soon, ending Kirtan quickly due to impatience or feeling no immediate effect. Just as water takes time to purify, Kirtan takes time to uplift the heart. Stay patient and continue. As the Kirtan ended, Sudeep wiped away tears he hadn't realized were falling. He bowed to his Guru with newfound understanding. Guruji, now I see. Singing in Radha's name is not just a practice, it is an immersion into divine love itself. It washes away impurities, lifts the heart, and takes us closer to Krishna in the sweetest way. Bijol Krishna Goswami placed his hand on Sudeep's head and blessed him. Yes, my child. Just as Radha's love draws Krishna irresistibly to her, chanting and singing her name draws us irresistibly to Krishna's heart. From today, sing without doubt, without hesitation. Let every note be an offering of love. That evening, as the sun set over Nabadvip, Sudeep sat by the Ganga, softly chanting, Radhe Radhe, Govinda Govinda, Radhe Radhe Shyam. And for the first time, he felt it not just as a song, but as a river of love, carrying his heart closer to Krishna with every note. Moral of the story. Performing Kirtans and Bhajans in the name of Sri Radha Rani purifies the soul, awakens divine love, and lifts one's consciousness to the highest realms of devotion. Through her name, the soul effortlessly reaches Krishna, experiencing the joy of pure bhakti. Jai Shri Krishna. Radhe Radhe.